All right, we're live. Hello, everyone. I'm Zane Daniel. I'm a Hathor energy healer, and I'm the director and the founder of the Higher Self Expo, which is an online metaphysical conference, online only, which is kind of unusual, but thanks to COVID,
It's
it
the future.
exists now, right? And I'm joined today by Emily Davis and Christy Ann. You guys, hello, guys.
Hi guys, how are we?
It's
Thanks
great
for having us on.
because this is our first tandem talk that we're going to be doing in this expo. Actually, we did one last expo and it went really well. So I'm really happy to have you guys. And you're in two different locations right now, but eventually you're going to be in the same spot when you do the actual conference. So
yeah, it's like as if we were recording, because obviously our podcast Perception is Anonymous. That's what we do.
Right.
So we work together.
Oh, okay. So you actually make that drive every time you do the podcast.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like half an hour. I live she lives in Lake Tahoe, and I live like on the other end of the little mountain.
Okay.
Quotes.
For some reason, I thought it was a much longer drive than that.
No, it's not too bad.
Okay.
It's beautiful. You know.
All right. So for anybody who's interested in the expo, I highly recommend that you go ahead and you log in to higherselfexpo.com and register to be added to the mailing list. And then you'll find out all about the speakers. You'll find the schedule. You'll get everything that you need there. And so today, after this conference or this conversation that we're having, you'll receive an email about these two and all that they're doing and their awesome backstory and all that. But before all of that, I would love for them to introduce themselves to you, learn a little bit of their backstory straight from their mouths. So, guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us on. We are the hosts of the podcast Perceptionist Anonymous. It is a metaphysical comedy podcast, which sounds like an oxymoron, but is not.
Or hilarious.
Right. We've known each other since we were super itty bitty and have always been so interested in all of this stuff, but really wanted to make all of these metaphysical concepts really approachable. And we have our own unique backgrounds to kind of come at that, which is really fun. So for me, on my end of things, I am a professional psychic, and I'm also the CEO of the Forgotten Storytellers, which is basically my company that helps people to channel and write books from their channeling. So whether you're channeling in characters, whatever. So I have a very psychic background with all of these things, and so it's fun to come at the different topics we do kind of in that way for me, where I usually go history and then energy work, where Christy kind of shakes it up. So that's a little bit about me, Chris.
Well, that sounds about right, Christy. Christy, I have a lot of energy, and I think that with my background kind of being in the area of punk rock and witchcraft, then that's been something where I've been very excited as I've gotten older. I've been able to teach a lot of people about that. But now I'm a professional tarot reader, and I'm a personality and spirituality integration coach. And so what that is I have a program called the Social Spirit Reintegration, and it helps people separate the different spheres of their lives, starting at like me versus myself. Like, who am I? What do I bring to the table? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And how do people perceive me? How do I wish for people to perceive me? And then it moves out like me versus my relationship, me versus time. So how do you spend your daily time? How do you spend your routines? How do you set up your day for success? And then you versus the universe. So what's your spiritual aspect? Do you have any spirituality that kind of blends and lends to the best, using your time the best? And then you versus your shadow work. So actually looking at these things shadow work's becoming kind of a hot word right now, but right. But I mean, it's important. And I think that is amply
it's a hot
important
word for a reason, right?
Yeah. And I enjoy, I don't know, I enjoy walking people through that and kind of making it not so scary.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay, cool. Well, and so for this particular expo, this is our second one. Our previous one was a 1-day affair, and this is a 2-day affair. And the other additional thing that we're doing is that we actually have a theme, and the theme is envisioning our 5D society. So, which is really fun because we're going to have speakers, we're going to have channels, we're going to have healers that are helping us get to that 5D consciousness. And we're also going to have people that are working hands-on to transform our society through the 4D to get to the 5D. So with that all said, I would love to have Emily and Christy tell us what it is that they're going to be talking about in this expo.
Yeah, we're so excited. It's going to be so much fun. So
Yeah.
we thought really kind of long and hard and extensively how we could contribute to this, because we talk about our transition to 5D quite a lot on the show, because it always seems to come up right now, being 2020 and 2020 leading us into very much this like age of Aquarius that we're kind of entering into. So we decided that one of the big things we're going to focus on, and our talk primarily is going to be on, is how you can implement little things, little tips and tricks throughout your day-to-day life to help you reach the vibration of the 5D society, to help you start integrating your own personal life in your own personal ways towards where we're going, and make it kind of easier to understand and more bite-sized, so it feels like you can actually move forward with things. So yeah, it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, I don't know what more I would have to say to build on that. I mean, obviously we're thinking about, me coming from my psychological perspective, thinking about what every person's obviously individual, but what are kind of the commonalities, the common things that we're trying, even right now, some of the major topics that are coming up, you know, like we said, shadow work, and how you spend your time, your daily routines, the way you set boundaries, and the way you allow other people to trespass your boundaries, and just all those little things that maybe we don't think about so often that are becoming very popular and important to think about.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm excited to hear about it, and I'm excited to have you both on. And it's fun you interviewed me, and now I get to interview you. It's always fun to do that sort of thing. So thank you for having me on your show as well. And so, speaking of that, tell us a little bit more about Perceptionists Anonymous, how people could tune into it, and anything else that you'd love to share about that.
It's Perceptionists Anonymous is like our I don't know, child almost in so many ways. Like we spend so much time delving into it and giving it energy. But the goal of it is supposed to be really, really fun and easy, and for people to access really complicated metaphysical topics in a really fun, goofy way. Like it's metaphysical comedy, so we make tons of jokes, but we also cover everything from like the Chinese zodiac to Atlantis and to, you know, the Tree of Life, and like everything in between. So there's huge topics. We have tons of guests. So it's really cool. And we're on pretty much all of the major podcast platforms. So whatever podcast app is on your phone or your tablet, you can pretty much find us on. We're on iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and iHeart and Anchor. And so just type in the name that you see on our little screens here, Perceptionists Anonymous, and that's how you can find us, no matter what you're kind of looking on. And then we're also, of course, on all the social medias if you want to find us there. So
yeah, sure.
Instagram.
It's been such a blessing.
Yeah.
It's been such a blessing being able to, like, we started this a little over a year ago, and it's like, it pretty much immediately took off. And I don't even think we really knew what we were expecting at any point. And then now we've gotten to the point, if you go to our back catalog and you look it up, our handle here, you'll find a little bit of something for everyone. I mean, some of the people that we've interviewed, like, go check it out, and then let us know what you think, because we are pretty blown away with how, over encompassing we've been able to trespass. I guess trespass is probably not the best word, but
over encompassing, we've been able to. I love that.
I know that was a good statement.
Thanks, guys. I'm working over here.
All right. Well, it's so nice to have you guys both here today, and it's going to be so great to have you at the expo. And we really have a star-studded cast.
Oh my gosh. What a blessing. We're so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So with 22 speaking slots over 2 days, plenty to learn, plenty to experience, and plenty to enjoy for everybody. So it's going to be great. Thank you so much both for being here today and introducing yourselves to our audience.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in less than 2 weeks.
All right. We're there.
All right. Okay. Bye, everybody.
I'm like, where's my hand?